Alright, again, you guys, so today we're gonna be working a good amount on the glutes. So if you got a resistance band to put around the legs, that'd be great. And one dumbbell should be good for what we got today. So we're gonna start a warm up right here on our knees and hands, and we're gonna kick it off with a little bit of hip mobility. So hands on the shoulders, kick your left leg back, and then start drawing those big circles with your knee. We're gonna go in one direction only for now. Your core is engaged, you try to keep your back flat. And this time we can change the direction, same leg, the other way. Really try to squeeze that glute to really lift that knee out to the side as high as you can. And relax. We're gonna go with the right leg. This time, kicking it back again, out to the side. Really trying to keep some height when that leg is on the side. It's a great way to get the hip going. And we're gonna go the other way around. So same leg again. Forward, out to the side, and back. Try to keep that breathing through your nose. Good core engagement. Beautiful. Let's get the spine involved next. We're gonna do a few cat-cows from here. You're gonna squeeze the lower back, then the mid back, then the upper back. So you're in this cat position or cow position. I forgot which one is which now. But basically everything's squeezed in the back, and then you're rounding at the spine. So again, extend the hips. Lift that chest up, squeeze the back tight, and then start rounding at the spine. Nice and progressive here. For the shoulder joint, you guys, you're gonna keep your right hand on the floor, extend your left arm overhead, try to touch the top of your shoulder blade, extend your arm again, bring it out to the side, palm is facing up now, you're going all the way back, and now you're gonna try and touch the lower part of your shoulder blade. Okay, so do a few of those here, going from the top position to the back. Alright, and switch sides, same thing on the other side. Extend your right arm overhead, touch the top of your shoulder blade, extend that arm out to the side, touch the lower part. Keep going, keep going. Alright, and to finish up, you guys, we're gonna go push-up position. You're gonna complete one push-up, walk your hands towards your feet, and at the top, a few jumping jacks, and then back, hinge at the hips, come to your push-up position, complete that push-up, and then do a few jumping jacks at the top. about 2 or 3 jumping jacks at the top. We're gonna keep going for 30 seconds here. I'm gonna do a quick wipe on my table. Keep going. I'll complete my last one here, and then we'll get going with part number 1. Alright guys, gonna take a break here and we're good to get it started. So, we're gonna start out with those bands. If you don't have any bands, you can do the movement without it. For those of you that have the bands, we're gonna put it below the knee for that first movement. Okay? And we're doing 10 squats and lifting our leg 5 times on each side. So we're gonna alternate here. It looks like this. You're squatting here, feet about hip width apart, squat down, and then leg lift out to the side as high as you can get it with that band around your leg. Or without the band, obviously, if you don't have it. Squat back to the center and switch to side. So we're at 2 here. Let's keep going together. Squat and leg lift, 3. Squat, leg lift, 4. Squat to lift, 5. Squat, lift, 6. 7 with that lift. 8. 9. And 10. We're going to try to keep that distance between your feet when you're coming back down on the squat versus them getting all the way close together. So pay attention to that. Next up, you got a glute bridge with the bands on. So if you got the bands, we're going to put them a little bit higher this time. We're going to put it above the knee for this next move. And also, if you have a heavier dumbbell, please use the heaviest one you have for the hips. And if you don't have a heavy dumbbell, add some reps to what we're going to do here. So we're going to do 6 reps of the glute bridge, and we're going to hold the weight at the top for about 3 seconds. So if it's really light, I would like you to do 10 of those and holding it at the top for 3 seconds every time too. So it looks like this. Feet are flat on the floor. You're fighting the bands open, keeping those knees open, and then you're going to squeeze your glutes at the top here, you guys. Hold it for 1, 2, and 3. Relax. Let's go back up. Hold it tight. Glute squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Back at the top. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Back at the top. 1, 2, 3. We got 2 more. Squeeze the glutes tight. Fight the bands open. Relax. Last one here. 1, 2, and 3. So really challenging the glutes here, trying to build some glute strength this morning. And now you can take those off. So we're gonna have two movements in this first part with the bands. We got them off, and now we're going for some core work. Plank Spider-Man, hands on the shoulders, and you're gonna reach with one knee on the outside of your elbow here, and then switch sides. 12 total, 6 per side. So just did 2 here. Let's keep going. 3, 4, slow and controlled. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Really good core engagement here, right? To try and keep that position going. Lastly, you guys, we got an overhead triceps extension with one dumbbell. If you cannot go overhead, I recommend you have a lighter weight, hinge at the hips, and do a triceps kickback. But if you can't, this is the overhead triceps extension. Extend fully, right here overhead. Keep your body in a straight position. And from here, we're gonna bend at the elbow, all the way bend. The weight is behind your head, and then you're gonna squeeze and extend where you started. You wanna keep your elbows close to your head when you're bending down. Okay, so we got 10 of those. I just did 3. Let's keep going for 7 more here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, always be breathing between my reps. 9 and 10. If you go slow, controlled pace with a good weight, we get a nice little burn on the triceps. Let's give you 9 minutes. Let's get at least 2 rounds. You are good to go, you guys. Let's do it. Put the bands back on. So squat to alternated leg lift. 10 squats, 5 lift per side. So 10 goes by pretty fast. Body weight, you could always add a weight if you wanted to do the squat holding a weight, goblet style, you could. Like I said, don't rush the bridges. Go heavy. And hold it at the top. If you want to hold it longer than 3 seconds, you can even do that. And if you can't touch your elbows with your knees, that's fine. You go where you can, staying strong in that plank position, staying straight. And we're a third of the way. Just complete my first round, so I think 2 should be definitely doable here, you guys. If you get to a third round, I would do another set of triceps extension. You only do it in this first part today. You'll do more glutes at the end too. And really challenging the glutes to do some work. Stack up some weights if you have them. Most likely than not, you can go well over 20 pounds on your hips for the glute bridge. The closer your feet are to your hips, typically the better you'll engage hamstrings and glutes. At least that's my experience here.
Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. Use the bag, a bag. Don't get lost in the bag. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. Use the bag, a bag. Don't get lost in the bag. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do.
So yeah, if you get to a third round, I would favor the squat leg lift with the band and the overhead triceps extension. So you only do it in part one. And you do have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here, guys. "45 seconds, guys. Time for one more set. All right, go ahead, take a break. Let's have a little sip of water. Good job. You got your possibly 3 rounds here. What we're gonna go for next is a goblet squat into a shoulder press. So for this one, again, you only need one weight. And it's to rack that weight at your chest here. It's 8 reps of, again, the goblet squat. So you're gonna squat with that weight at your chest, and then once you get to the top, you're gonna press that weight overhead. So the limiting factor here is your overhead shoulder press strength. So pick a weight that you know you're going to do 8 of those presses overhead. Let's go for another 7 here. Keep that core engagement. Try to really keep that chest upright on the squat and then press overhead. Okay? It's a little bit different to press the weight that way, but it's definitely doable. Let's keep going here. Squat to press. That's 3. Squat. Press. 4. We're really using the front of our shoulders here. Squat. Press. 5. Squat. Press. 6. We got 2 more. Squat to press. And last one. Squat into that press. Woo! So you should feel the front of the shoulders doing some work here. Next up, still gonna work the glutes, the lower back, the upper back, everything posterior chain is gonna be working on this next one. The way this works, you're on your stomach and we're gonna do 10 of those and you're gonna squeeze your glutes, squeeze your back, everything so that you lift your arms and your legs off the floor. Okay, so you're gonna squeeze and relax. If that's uncomfortable, try alternating. So doing the one leg and the opposite arm. Okay, might be a little bit better. So we're doing 10 of those. Let's go together here. Squeeze 1, squeeze 2, squeeze 3, squeeze 4, squeeze 5, squeeze 6. Trying to hold it up for about a second or two. Squeeze 7, squeeze 8, squeeze 9. Last one. And 10. So you should really feel your back and your glutes doing some work here, hamstrings as well. So that's your Superman. Then we're gonna hollow hold in and out with the band. So we're gonna bring the bands out again, and you just need to put those around your calves, okay? It doesn't need to be very high. You're gonna keep your upper back and your feet off the floor, and bring your legs out and back in. If you don't have the bands, do the same thing without the bands, okay? So, lower back stays on the floor the whole time. Okay, I hope we're still here, guys. I got a call here, but we're good. So, like I was saying, I hope... Did you get the goblet squat? Yeah, we got the goblet squat in Superman. That should be good. So, let's go back to the hollow hold in and out, just in case you missed it. This band goes around your legs here. Keep your lower back against the floor, feet out, feet back in for 10 reps. Okay, always try and keep some distance between those bands. So 10 of those. Then we got the pop jack for 12. So you're gonna have that's the power move of the day here, you guys. Hands on the shoulders, push up position. You're gonna hop forward, feet are flat on the floor, and you're gonna lift your chest up. If you look at my legs, we're still squatting down. We're never coming all the way up for this one. So 12 of those. Let's get another 11 together here. Push up position, come forward. 2, step or hop back, then 4, 3, let's keep going here. 4, 5, I'm doing the hop so I'm a little faster. 6, if you step in, it'll take you more time. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Really trying to get the heart rate up a little bit more in this one. Get a sweat going. And lastly, you guys, it's gonna be a side plank to leg lift. So hold the side plank, feet stacked up, or bend at the knee and lift yourself up this way. It's gonna be really challenging because while we're in a side plank position, we're gonna do a lateral leg lift, 8 on each side. So it looks like this, you guys. Side plank position and lifting that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Quite advanced movement. And then we're gonna balance on the other side here, another 8 leg lifts. 1, 2, 3. Always trying to keep the hips high. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! Alright guys, let's give you 10 minutes and let's get at least 2 rounds of that. You guys can get started at this time. It looks like we're still here. Good. So you've got your goblet into a shoulder press. Core engagement, really strong here. Always trying to make sure you keep a good back position when you're squatting. Pay attention to that. If like me you got your heart rate up, take a few seconds to recover. Superman at 10, lifting those legs and arms up 10 times. You try to keep your legs and arms extended. Don't forget to put the bands back on number 3. And don't rush it, take your time, make your core work. If you need to break up that pop track, that's fine. Get the water when you need it, it's hot. You'll notice on the side plank, both sides of the hips are working. So it's a really challenging movement, especially to keep your hips from lowering towards the floor. Keeping them high is a challenge. You gotta be really strong in that position. Beautiful. We're 5 minutes in, you guys. About to be 5 minutes in, so about to be halfway through part 2 already. Keep it up. The squat to shoulder press might get you a little tired, so take a breather before you go into the Supermans. Let's keep it moving, guys. Let's get at least 2 rounds, right? Lower back against the floor, always on that hollow hold position. And if you need to, you can bend at the knee as well. That's a good option. We got 2 minutes before we go into the challenge. If it's getting loud, it's because I had to turn the air on as well. It's just getting hot in here. It's a sauna workout today. And to get one movement done here with 45 seconds to go. And go ahead, take a break, you guys. Little squat shoulder press, got my heart rate up. So, for the challenge today, guys, we're gonna have the 5 movements on the board, right? Starting with the glute bridges we did earlier with the bands, right? You don't need to hold it up for 3 seconds this time because the volume's pretty high. We're starting at 8 on each movement, then moving to 12, 16, adding 4 reps every round. So you can take away the 3 second hold, but really trying to feel the glutes at least for a good second at the top. Then you're gonna keep the bands on. You're just gonna lower them a little bit. First they start above your knee, and then they're below your knee for the hollow hold in and out. And then you're gonna take the bands off. We'll do another set of pop jacks starting at 8. We're gonna have the side plank leg lift we just did. And then the plank Spider-Man we did at the very beginning. 8 reps for that one. That's 4 per side, right? Going diagonally, knee to the outside of the elbow. So we're gonna do that for 12 minutes, but actually we're gonna do that for 11 minutes. The last minute, we're all gonna go into an iso bridge. So basically, we're gonna be here on the floor, squeezing the glutes and holding it up for a full minute, right? We have a glute focus today, so that's how I wanted to finish our workout. So go ahead and place your bands again around your legs, above your knee. And you choose again the weight you want to use here. Since the volume's higher than earlier, you might need to go lighter if you have the weights. Let's get it started. You got 11 minutes before we do the bridge in 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it going, guys. 8 reps on everything on that first round. The pace can be a little bit faster as well during the challenge, a little bit more uncomfortable. And if you need to break up in a couple sets of side plank leg lift, I don't blame you. Or if you have to drop to your knee, it's a challenging movement, especially with the glutes we do before that. Glute exercises. Way to stay with it, guys. Way to stay with it. You get a little bit of recovery time putting those bands on. Catch your air there. Typically at 12, that's where you start feeling that good burn in the glutes. Definitely challenging you to get 2 rounds, and for those of you that push a little bit more, get the 3 rounds before we get to the iso bridge. We're about to hit the 5th minute on the challenge, you guys.
Believe me, I could laugh without you, but I really don't need to. Leaving is the hardest thing to do. But being left is hard, oh yes it's true. How do I get back to you?
I'm about to start 16s. I know you can get there too. Just keep pushing yourself. And in 5 minutes, we'll be in a bridge position, you guys. Woo! 16s. Pure pleasure. You know those 16 pop jacks too are going to be a lot of fun when you get there. And if you can get the 16 side plank leg lift without breaking it up, congrats. That's very challenging. We'll try that now. Woo! Guys, we got less than 2 minutes left before the bridge. together. In 1 minute, we're in the bridge. "35 seconds to finish what you're working on." You can just set yourself up like I am. 20 seconds, get ready. You do not need any bands for the hip bridge. You can add a weight if you want to. Always take it off during the bridge if it's too much. Guys, are we ready? Let's finish strong. 1 minute, hold it up at the top. 3, 2, and 1, hold it up. Tuck your hips under. Okay, thrust your butt forward. Keep your abs engaged. And obviously breathe. We're gonna see what's gonna start breaking up first. If it's the hamstrings, the glutes, maybe you can start feeling your lower back. 20 seconds in. Again, don't let them fall down. Oh yeah, we're starting to feel the glutes here. 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds, you got it. Hamstrings are gonna start tightening up as well. Lower back. You got it. Then tight. 15 to go. Woo! We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh. I hope that bridge was a good burner here. How about we go into our stretch? Well done, you guys. We're getting it done Tuesday morning. You know what? I'm feeling like keeping us seated here for this stretch. So we're actually gonna go straight into a little bit of breathing first. Let's go feet crossed. And we'll breathe in as the right hand comes up. Exhale, bend to your left. Breathe back in at the top. Exhale to your right. One more on each side. Big breath in and bend. And one more here. Alright. Now we'll get a good hip stretch here. You're gonna have your right foot flat on the floor and bring your left leg behind. So it's a seated figure 4 stretch. The straighter you keep your back, right, the less you round, the more you're really gonna feel that stretch on the side of your hip. Man, it's getting so hot that you don't even need to be working that hard to get a sweat, right? If you don't turn that AC on. Whew. It's a hot sauna. Switch legs. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna go straddle position next. So that means sit wide here. And from here, inhale, reach up. Exhale, go to your left. Breathe back in at the top. Exhale to your right. And one more time. Back at the top. And forward fold. Awesome. And let's finish with a couple stretches from the back position. So for the first one here, you're gonna you're gonna pull on your right leg towards you, and then you're gonna move that right leg to the side. So you might want your left arm to be out so you're not rolling over. You get that inside of the right leg to stretch out here. We're gonna bring that right leg now over to the left, and your right arm this time is out to the side. Deep breath in through your nose, you guys. Let's go same thing with the left leg this time. Pull that left leg towards you and let it go out to the side. Right arm's extended too. This time left leg's gonna go out to the right side, left arm extended to the side. Alright, let's go for a long inhale. Right here at the center, feet flat on the floor. Breathe in, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, stretch yourself out. Alright guys, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.